Welcome everyone to the Kenton, Ohio plot. I'm joined with Dr. Lynn Smith with Kenton Agronomy. I'm Dan Griffin, Division Agronomist for Heritage. I happened upon this plot last week in my travels with Lynn, and I really thought it was a great example of what corn can look like in Hardin County where we're at today. So Lynn planted this plot. Lynn, talk about what planting conditions were like early season when you had it in population.
Well, this was actually an afterthought. After I got done planting corn, we had this 5 to 6 acre plot that we didn't have a reason to do anything with it. So I checked and they said, yeah, you can go ahead. It was planted on May 20th and it was no-till. And that's how I was set up. We had dry fertilizer 2x2 with some sulfur and zinc. And then it was side dressed later on with urea and anvil, nitrogen stabilizer. Actually got planted a little too heavy, but I just checked the stand. It was about 35,000 plants per acre, which is plenty for this part of the world. So, did not have any fungicide. And what shall we say? It's not the gold treatments like we see at the answer plot. This is just regular old field corn. Well, nothing special as far as treatment.
Yep, and there's plenty of disease out there.
Oh, yeah.
From as far as spot standpoint, we are pretty loaded up, and that's really across all hybrids. We didn't see a ton of differences between them.
And it didn't come in late, so probably it didn't affect the yield that much.
Yep. So, another thing I think that dry row fertilizer you have on your planter, in a dry year where we have a concentrated band of nutrition,
I think we're about 260 pounds of total mix between MAP 1152O, potash, and 50 pounds of urea in that mix. Get some good Pearlie's nitrogen.
All right, first hybrid we're going to look at is Shur Grow 7244. This is a Power Core Enlist hybrid, which means it's got above ground protection and the ability to spray Enlist herbicide on this hybrid here. A couple things I've noticed about this one this season, Lynn. Really showy corn. It's got a very girthy ear that has a lot of flex potential. We see it out here, 36,000, but really, I mean, these ears have held on really, really well. So at that population, we'd really expect them to flex back quite a bit. But this particular hybrid in this situation looks really good. Very good stalks, excellent stay green. That stay greens are really important for hybrids that we want to manage because we want to manage them for kernel depth. We can keep the hybrid greener longer. We're capturing more sunlight, and we're able to get better kernel depth on these ears. So I'm cracking this open. A nice deep kernel there, dark orange color, which is usually indicative of good test weight. This is a hybrid we think has a great fit, really across our geography. It'll do everything from your tougher, more variable soils all the way to maybe a field that has some good soil types with some tougher stuff too. So really versatile product here.
That's pretty much what we have at this field. We got some high ground and we got some low ground, just a little bit of everything. So,
okay. This is one we're going to be on the watch out for, Shur Grow 7244. All right, we just got out of Shur Grow 7244. That was a 112-day product. We are now in Shur Grow 7124, 111-day hybrid. Lynn, placement for this one, we like to see this one maybe on your moderate to better acre. Can still take some of the tougher stuff as well. Excellent stalks with this hybrid, maybe a little bit better disease tolerance than a lot of the other hybrids that we see out there, but this is one that stands up really well for those tougher soil types and for those guys that maybe have a challenge with getting out there timely in terms of hybrid harvest for whatever reason. This is one that'll stand really well for him.
This is one that has very consistent ear size all the way down the row. So that would tell me we're going to want to push the population on this one, maybe give it a little bit more nitrogen, but really nice ears for this population. Like I said, 36,000 final stand. So,
yep, and we're looking really good here in terms of kernel depth and test weight. That's another thing we note on this one. This has been very good in our data for the last 2 years, so if you're a grower that likes to look for consistency in data, that's something I definitely look for in maybe a wetter year versus a drier year like we've had this year. This is one that's performing well in both. That's Shur Grow 7124. All right, the last Shur Grow hybrid we'll review today is Shur Grow 7153. This is an AgriSure above. products. We have above ground protection with this with Lynn. A little bit different ear type here. This is a little bit shorter ear, but extremely girthy. Excellent stalks in this hybrid as well. Very good stay green, especially for this this germplasm background. Noticing a really deep kernel,
Very deep.
very deep. We expect excellent test weight with this hybrid at a fairly economical price with the trait.
That above ground insect protection is showing up in this hybrid versus another hybrid down the way that we found some earworm in just a little bit ago that was eating all the way around the year. So above ground insect protection is what we need in this plot this year.
We do. And we want to right-size trait platforms, right? So we want to use smart stacks, especially in Ohio corn after corn. But if we're rotating our crops, maybe it's not a trait that we need. So, that's extra money when we think about investment on the farm. We want to spend money on quality germplasm. We want to make sure we're getting the right trait out on the right acre. But I think this one has a really nice fit for some areas.
It's a very girthy crop, girthy ear, little fatter than some of the others that we looked at. So,
yep, for sure. Really good test weight, kernel depth, stay green and stalks with this hybrid for the versatile acre.
Yeah. If you need more information, get a hold of your local Heritage Cooperative salesman, and we'll help you fit the hybrids that you need and your particular soil type and your farm. Thanks.